Sophia has Trey, Rachel, and Sophia's desperate escape sparks chaos across Salem. Salem has weathered countless storms over the years, kidnappings, secret siblings, back from the dead miracles, but nothing could have prepared the town for the chain reaction set off by one desperate decision. This week on Days of Our Lives, Sophia takes control of a dangerous situation by holding Trey and young Rachel, triggering an explosive escape that sends shockwaves through every corner of Salem. What begins as a calculated move quickly spirals into chaos, fear, and heartbreak, leaving families torn apart and alliances tested. As secrets unravel and danger escalates, one question looms large over Salem. How far will Sophia go to protect herself, and what will it cost everyone else? Sophia has always lived in the shadows of stronger personalities, schemers, heroes, villains who dominated Salem's narrative. But lately, the walls have been closing in. Betrayed by those she trusted, hunted by those who want her silenced, and haunted by the truth she carries, Sophia reaches a devastating realization. No one is coming to save her. Cornered and terrified, Sophia makes the choice that will change everything. She takes Trey, a man whose loyalties have never been clear, and Rachel Black, the innocent child caught in the crossfire of adult sins. It's not cruelty that drives Sophia, but panic. She believes Trey knows too much. She believes Rachel is the only leverage she has left. And once Sophia has them, she doesn't hesitate. Trey never imagined he would be at Sophia's mercy. For weeks, he played both sides, feeding information, manipulating emotions, convincing himself he was smarter than everyone else. But when Sophia locks the door, pulls out her phone, and calmly tells him, "You're not going anywhere," Trey realizes the game is over. His bravado crumbles. Sophia isn't ranting or hysterical. She's focused, precise, dangerous. She tells Trey she knows about the deal he made. She knows who he planned to sell her out to. And now, here's her insurance policy. Trey pleads. He reasons. He promises to fix everything. Sophia only shakes her head. "You already chose," she says quietly. "Now so have I." Rachel doesn't understand the politics of Salem. She doesn't know about betrayals, secrets, or power plays. She only knows she's scared. When Rachel starts crying, asking for her father, begging to go home, Sophia's resolve wavers for just a moment. The sound cuts through her like a knife. This was never supposed to be about hurting a child. But Sophia reminds herself of the truth. If she lets Rachel go, she loses everything. Still, guilt seeps in. She comforts Rachel, promising no one will hurt her, promising she'll be home soon. Yet even as Sophia speaks, her hands tremble. The weight of what she's done threatens to crush her. Rachel, perceptive beyond her years, looks at Sophia with wide eyes and asks one heartbreaking question. "Are you the bad guy?" Sophia can't answer. The moment Rachel disappears, Salem goes into lockdown mode. Kristen senses something is wrong before anyone calls. Brady feels it in his gut. And when the truth comes out, that Rachel was last seen near Sophia, the panic is immediate and explosive. Kristen's fury is volcanic. She demands answers. She threatens everyone in her path. To her, this isn't a mystery, it's a war. Brady, torn between fear and guilt, blames himself. He had trusted Sophia once. He had defended her. Now his daughter is missing, and every second feels like an eternity. The Salem Police Department mobilizes. Alerts go out. Every street, every dock, every abandoned building becomes a potential crime scene. And somewhere in the chaos, Sophia watches the news reports and realizes there's no turning back. Sophia knows she can't stay in Salem. With Trey restrained and Rachel in the next room, she hastily assembles an escape plan. Fake passports. Cash. A car waiting outside town. It's messy, rushed, imperfect, but it's all she has. Trey seizes his chance, attempting to reason with her one last time. "You won't get away with this," he warns. "They'll never stop looking." Sophia meets his gaze, tears burning in her eyes. "They never stopped hurting me either." As night falls, Sophia moves them through back roads and forgotten paths. Every siren sends her heart racing. Every passing car feels like a threat. Rachel grows quiet, clutching a small stuffed animal as if it's her last lifeline. And Salem closes in. Kristen Mera does not negotiate when it comes to her child. The moment she confirms Sophia has Rachel, she unleashes every resource at her disposal. Private investigators. Mera security. Old enemies become temporary allies as one goal overrides everything else: bring Rachel home. by any means necessary. Kristen doesn't care if Sophia lives or dies. Brady, horrified by Kristen's ruthlessness but equally desperate, tries to rein her in. He fears what will happen if Kristen finds Sophia first. But Kristen is unstoppable. "This ends tonight," she says coldly. "One way or another." On the road, Sophia begins to crack. Rachel's silence terrifies her more than her cries did. Trey watches carefully, sensing weakness. He reminds Sophia of prison, of losing everything, of the child she's dragging into her nightmare. Sophia snaps back, but doubt creeps in. She never wanted this. She wanted freedom, safety, control over her own life. Instead, she's become the monster everyone feared. When Rachel finally speaks again, her words shatter Sophia's fragile composure. "My daddy's going to find me." Sophia knows she's right. Just outside the city limits, everything goes wrong. A roadblock appears out of nowhere. Police lights flash. Sophia swerves onto a side road, heart pounding. Trey struggles against his restraints. Rachel screams. For a moment, it seems over. But Sophia takes a risk, one reckless turn that sends the car racing toward an abandoned warehouse near the river. She escapes the roadblock, but barely. Inside the warehouse, time stands still. The walls are cold. The air smells of rust and fear. Sophia realizes this is where it all might end. Trey whispers, "Let her go. At least save the kid." Sophia stares at Rachel, and finally breaks down. As footsteps echo outside and voices call Rachel's name, Sophia faces the impossible decision. Freedom or redemption. She kneels in front of Rachel, tears streaming down her face. "I'm sorry," she whispers. "You didn't deserve this." Sophia unlocks the door and pushes Rachel toward safety, just as the authorities storm the warehouse. Kristen reaches her daughter first, pulling Rachel into her arms with a sob of relief. Brady looks on, overwhelmed with gratitude and rage. And Sophia? She doesn't run. She turns back toward Trey, and toward the consequences waiting for her. Rachel is safe, but the damage lingers. Kristen vows revenge. Brady struggles to help Rachel heal. Trey faces interrogation, his secrets finally exposed. And Sophia, sitting alone in a holding cell, wonders if letting Rachel go was the first truly selfless thing she's ever done. Or if it was simply too late. One thing is certain, Salem will be dealing with the fallout for weeks to come. Alliances will shift. Old wounds will reopen. And the line between villain and victim will blur once again. Because in Salem, no choice is ever simple. And no escape comes without a price. Kristen makes a shocking vow that could put Sophia's life in danger. Trey's confession exposes a much bigger conspiracy. Rachel begins to remember something crucial about her time with Sophia. And one unexpected character steps in, changing